aspects: emergence of new dynasties, Rajput warfare for wealth, administration, the Cholas. Samantas. In the early medieval period, northern India was divided into a number of small principalities. After the death of Harsha, many small kingdoms sprang up. Harsha, like many rulers of the time, had granted large estates to his senior officers in lieu of salary. After the death of their overlord, these feudal nobles set themselves up an emergency could maintain the core of the royal army and spread the burden of maintaining the rest of the huge, costly army across several nobles. This system also suited the nobles because it gave them local autonomy, wealth, influence, and actual military power. The undesirable results of this feudal pact was that if a king's power declined, the nobles usually revolted since their lands and army had already made them quite powerful. So, after Harsha's death and due to the subsequent confusion, these Samantas soon became quite powerful and adopted pompous titles such as Mahasamanta or Mahamandaleshwara, meaning the great lord of a circle or region. Rashtrakuta. Rashtrakutas were earlier subordinates of the Chalukya rulers. One of the Samantas who made the transition from a subordinate to sovereign was Rashtrakuta. An instance was Danti Durga, Rashtrakuta chief who, in the mid-8th century, declared himself independent of Chalukya rule. Hiranyagarbha. Danti Durga performed the Hiranyagarbha Yajna to proclaim his dynasty as being born from the golden womb as Kshatriyas or rulers. Though he was not a Kshatriya by birth, this ritual made him one. Independent kingdom. On the other hand, some enterprising persons also set up independent kingdoms. Mayura Sharman, the founder of the Kadamba dynasty, and Harichandra, said to be the founder of Gurjara Pratihara dynasty, left their traditional vocations and established kingdoms. They were by profession Brahmins but took to arms, a Kshatriya domain typically occupied by the Rajputs. Spread of the kingdom. Repeated Arab invasions split India into a number of small kingdoms. The stage was set for a major change in the political map of India. This is why, from a historical point of view, the period from 800 to 1200 CE is so important. This period can be examined under two heads. Firstly, the geographical spread of the kingdoms, and secondly, their political and administrative structures. During the medieval period, there were close contacts between the northern and southern parts of the subcontinent. They gradually increased contacts with each other. The northern Deccan kingdoms participated in the struggle to extend their control over northern India. Later, the southern Deccan kingdoms also tried to conquer the Gangetic plains through the sea routes. Tripartite struggle. Between 750 CE and 1200 CE, many powerful empires arose in northern India and the Deccan. The Pala kings ruled the eastern and northern regions of India till the middle of the 9th century. The Pratihara Empire dominated western and northern parts of India till the middle of the 10th century, while the Rashtrakuta Empire dominated the Deccan. All of these rulers struggled for mastery over Kannauj, possession of which was symbolic of sovereignty over northern India. It was started by a clash between the Pratihara ruler Vatsaraj and the Pala ruler Dharmapala. The Pala ruler was defeated and Kannauj fell into the hands of Vatsaraj. But at this crucial stage, the Rashtrakuta ruler Dhruva attacked the Pratihara territory. The Pratihara ruler had to rush to Rajputana. Dhruva returned to the Deccan, and Dharmapala seized the chance to recover his territories, recapture Kannauj, and become the Lord of North India. Tripartite struggle. The next Pratihara ruler, Nagabhatta, also tried to capture Kannauj, but the Pratihara attempt was again foiled by the intervention of Rashtrakuta ruler Govind III. Thus, Dharmapala and his son Devapala continued to rule over Kannauj. When Devapala's successors proved weak and incompetent, the Pratihara ruler Nagabhatta II, 805 to 833 AD, defeated Chakrayudh of Kannauj and transferred his capital to the city. He founded the Gurjara Pratihara kingdom at Kannauj. This put an end to the 100-year struggle among the three powers for the control of Kannauj. But their mutual conflicts and the prolonged struggle for power had exhausted the stamina and resources of the three contenders. They went into decline, and within 300 years, all three kingdoms collapsed and gave way to new powers. The Rashtrakuta Empire was overthrown by the later Chalukyas. The Palas of Bengal were replaced by the Senas, and the Pratihara Empire broke up into small, unimportant states. Gurjara Pratiharas. The Gurjara Pratiharas were the early Rajputs who began their rule from Gujarat and southwestern Rajasthan. The Pratiharas ruled over Avanti and parts of southern Rajasthan in the beginning of the 8th century. They rose to power under King Nagabhatta I. In 738 CE, they defeated the Arabs of Sindh and pushed them back. King Bhoja was the most powerful Pratihara ruler. He ruled from 836 CE to 885 CE. Arab traveller Suleiman, who visited India around 851 CE, has praised King Bhoja's reign. The last Pratihara ruler, Rajapala, was attacked by Mahmud of Ghazni in 1018 CE. Palas Gopala was the founder of this dynasty. He was elected to the throne by the nobles because the previous ruler had died issueless. He established a monastery at Udantpuri, modern Bihar Sharif. It was Gopala's son, Dharmapala, whom we have referred to in the tripartite struggle. This dynasty ruled over parts of modern-day Bengal and Bihar. Nalanda University was patronized by them. Rashtrakutas. The Rashtrakuta kingdom was founded by Danti Durga, who overthrew the Chalukyas in 715 CE and established his capital at Manyakhet. The Rashtrakutas soon dominated the entire northern Maharashtra. They patronized Shivism, Jainism, Vaishnavism, Buddhism, and Islam. The magnificent Kailash temple at Alok